No, there were different brackets. There was like
Oh, okay.
I want to say like 20 some brackets, maybe more. But Scan didn't make it.
Yeah, no, I hate that for him. He's such a good player, man. Like
Yeah, but that's the thing in Korea. There's so many other good
I
players.
know. Scan's been working at it for a long time, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've been supporting Scan as his manager for like 3.5 years now, so
Yeah.
it's been tough. He was the first Korean that I no, he was the second Korean that I recruited.
Who was
All
the
right,
first?
so looks like we got Soul team kill here, huh? Sziky versus Dandy.
I like how you phrased that.
Yeah. For the
Dandy's
longest time,
not Terran, right?
yeah. Well, arguably, people say it's Terror or Dandy.
Let's go Pat.
Obviously, Terror fans will say Terror is better, and Dandy fans will say
I've heard
Dandy is
Dandy
better.
first.
And there was actually an argument in the South American community page today of somebody called Terror the number one Peruvian Terran, and then the Dandy army showed up. And
Do you think they're quite close, or there's a significant gap?
well, Dandy has won a BSL. Terror has never won a major tournament. Terror gets to the finals more than Dandy does. Dandy has beat Terror in heads-up matches more than Terror has beat Dandy. So, I mean, they're kind of, I would say, if I want to go on non-biased, because obviously Dandy's one of my players, if I want to stay strictly non-biased, they're equal. But since Dandy's my player, he's better.
That was cool.
Very diplomatic response.
In my opinion, I think Dandy was much better. And I hate to say that because I like Terror. Dandy was way better. Like Dandy, whenever we were doing the Clan Wars, he would just wipe the floor with everybody. He didn't like TVT, so he could play Protoss too. And his Protoss versus Terran was actually almost better, if not better, than his Terran was. It was good.
The problem with ladder is he can't play Protoss and just say play Protoss versus Terran. So he had to make a choice.
I know, and I hate that. I think it's silly. Let them pick whatever race they want to play. You have to pick a race.
The only time he was practicing Protoss versus Terran was in a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever you play versus Ultra. But traditionally, Ultra's TVP wasn't ever very that good, so Dandy wasn't getting a lot of quality like PVT.
Was Sziky the number one foreigner at one point?
Yeah, I want to say like 2015, 2016. Sziky was the best foreigner.
And he's training right now for the number one spot. I assume he's in top 5, at the very least top 10.
My opinion is he's the best Zerg there is right now.
And who is he contending with?
We got Neon Zerg and True Touch. But did we already cast the Sziky versus True Touch series?
We have not.
Okay, then.
ZVZ.
You won't talk about that. And did we cast the Sziky versus DeWalt series yet?
No, we have not.
No,
that might happen on Wednesday's Euro TQ spin-off series.
Sounds like I will have to put my money where my mouth is on my claim that Sziky is the best Zerg player. I'm making these lavish claims, right? But there's no results to back them up. Only ancient results. Sziky and Scan actually had a rivalry going, and when I went to scout Sziky to join Seoul, I actually had to talk to Scan first to make sure that there was no bad blood between them. Ooh, yeah, and then Scan said he was fine, and Sziky said he had no problem with Scan, so it worked out.
Did something happen that I missed, or what?
Well, like back in the days.
Yeah.
Don't beat him, gossip.
Yeah, Suzuki and Scan used to BM each other. They always used to meet each other in finals of tournaments.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so I used to BM a lot of people, and a lot of people used to BM me, but it was years ago.
I mean, I'm not surprised based on your ID. You suck.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Why you suck so bad? It's my freaking ID, man.
It still is.
Yeah.
So I'm
All right,
interested
so
to see how Suzuki's Muta Micro is going to be.
he delayed the Terran expansion briefly. Are they pretty much tied up right now?
Hmm. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think it's pretty even. We'll see.
Here, somebody
I
sting.
like how Suzuki put that evolution chamber up there to slow down the Marines from Dandy. 'Cause Dandy was going to try and stim past the not stim past, but get to the first Sunken before the second be to get to take down the first Sunken before the second one morphed in, but the Evo chamber prevented that.
Yeah. Potentially saved him too.
And actually,
Probably
maybe I
did
don't
save
watch.
him.
I can't say that I watch a lot of TVZs, but I haven't seen a lot of Zergs do that.
What's that? Throw the Evo up front?
Yeah,
They don't.
so that's a kind of a pretty sexy move, I think.
Yeah. Juliet. Like,
Yeah, Dandy's trying to search for his third. Scanning everywhere.
Well, Danny wants to see if it's going to be like a two base Muta play or
Right.
what. Yeah,
oh, Demutas.
This is a dangerous timing for Terran.
Mr. 400 APM Zerg.
Weak.
Since this match, though, this was a couple weeks ago, right? Suzuki's gotten a new keyboard and a new mouse, so
I heard Queen's got 500 APM.
the Queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The other one.
We know it's cool. You're just being modest.
This
You're just
Queen
reappropriating the name.
is a spammer, though.
The gender it belongs to.
So we see this Evo again. The sexy Evo.
Although there's not much going on at that third, and I think Dandy's heading up there is gonna kill it off.
I'm kind of curious as to why that third is positioned there in a TVZ. Usually you take the upper ramp.
Well, it could be a product of Suzuki still kind of learning how to play again, and because he was gone for like 2.5 years, so the meta
think
has
yeah.
changed.
That's why he's expo in there.
I didn't expect this to happen. Just killed that
I mean,
fireball.
his +1 is going to finish soon.
Oh.
I don't think Dandy has enough turrets up.
No.
No.
Yeah, Suzuki can't dive on those turrets either because repairs open.
Mention it because I see like Flash build 10 turrets. Oh. But maybe it doesn't need that many.
So this matchup, it seems like the flow of the game, like they're both playing on thin ice a little bit. Like Dandy's movements with his Marines always been just counter. Like, so he puts minimum turrets and, okay, kill my SCVs, but I'm gonna force you out here. Because, if Sziky wanted, he could just stay at where the 5 racks were and just destroy everything.
Right,
And
but he lost his third.
that's true, but once you have enough sunks in his natural, just destroy his barracks, and even on 2 base, you could do okay, I think.
Yeah, I think he could have done that. That's one possibility. But I guess maybe this is a safer option. +1 on the Marines too.
So personally, I think right around this time or a little bit before was when these 2 base mutas are the most powerful. Like, it's because he started off with 2 racks, right? And he lost a lot of Marines in the beginning. So he doesn't have a lot of Marines, doesn't have a lot of racks up. So that's like the critical time when the mutas he gets at least like 9 or 10, and potentially could end the game. And around this point, it's where the mutas become less strong, because you usually have vessels coming out.
But I don't see vessels from Dandy.
Yeah,
He's just not getting a starport.
Yeah, I think he lost too many SCVs. Had to replenish them.
Have we seen lurkers? Okay, there we go. I was about to say, where are the lurkers at? But they're coming.
It's finishing +1 armor too.
Yeah.
And almost got a hive. Maybe Guardians? Maybe Swarm?
I think it's Swarm. Let's see what Dandy can do with this two control points.
Looks tough. Hard to break, I think.
Well, there's only one.
It's like that.
I think he's gonna break this third.
Easily. If that was me, I would have been targeting the hatchery and lost all my Marines probably.
You might have got it.
Yeah, but at what cost? I would have lost all my Marines. I guess he would have saved his drones. He took out quite a few mutas, eh? Took out a few drones. But maybe taking out that hatch is a priority, I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been definitely better than taking out all those drones.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good.
Well, I guess
We didn't notice.
Defenders compared. Some of his drones survived. So. And Dandy's gonna start producing two science vessels at a time here. Yep. So we've got defilers. They got consume. Almost done.
Did you get tanks or not?
It's kind of difficult to in this position. Dandy would have to have his third to be able to switch over to mech. Plus, if you see, Dandy is committed to going bio because his factory is floating over his natural to give him vision of the middles.
What I like to do is I like to stay bio and just just do one fac with spider mines on the map. Just pump science vessels. Get a couple BCs, but just pump vessels. But you got those mines down. Kind of keep lurkers away. You know, get rid of those Zerglings buffing for everything. But there's no reason. I hate defilers. 10 lings should not be able to kill a group of two groups of marine medics. So stupid. I hate defilers. It's so dumb, man. They're so people's like, oh, science vessels are the strongest shoot of the game. Dude, you have an invincibility cloud in your arsenal. Shut up.
It's a pretty balanced game, I guess. Much more than
It
SC2.
is.
I,
I'm bad against the defilers, man.
Somebody told me the last balance update was years ago, many years ago.
I kind of wish that they had used the StarCraft 2 engine and services, and just upgrade, just make the game where it's like StarCraft 2 graphics. But
Yeah,
it's,
you mentioned that. That would be cool.
Of Brood War, though.
Yeah.
That's what I thought SC2 was kind of going to be like.
Everybody did, and everybody was looking forward to it. And I mean, honestly, SC2 was kind of big, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the SC2 players right now are just kind of tired of it, aren't they? Like some of them's been coming back to SC Brood War.
I feel like
Brood War's been coming back.
Is so much easier for casual players because it does so much for you. Like at the beginning of the game, it auto mines for you. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you have your whole army in one control group. Like, really? Come on.
Now, hold on. Do you have to set your rally to the minerals for it to go auto mine for you, or does it just?
Set it to just to one mineral.
You just right click,
and then you just build it, and then they'll just go to the.
It's a much faster paced game. I don't think you can really one base, and you can build all your units really fast.
What, 16?
That's how
14?
Warcraft 3 was. If you a big drop in the base.
What?
You suck is 4 seconds behind.
I know, man. Leave me alone. I'm watching the Lakers game too, so.
Upgrade. What's he upgrading out of the Defiler mount?
Energy.
Oh, that's the added energy, right? It's either consume, plague, and.
Look at that fire bat, man. God. Oh, he stops the plus upgrade.
Ultraless Tavern.
Tavern, huh? Is that they go there?
It's almost dead.
Chat.
Wow, this one's critical.
Lakers are kicking the shit out of the Nuggets right now, man.
Wow, tackles are pretty deep. Huh, this has been a pretty scrappy game, though. Not liking the supply difference, though.
Zicky's fucked.
Maybe, because Zicky's got his fourth going, while Dandy...
He's just in a bad spot. I mean, he's...
Yeah, both of his dropships are alive. He has a lot of vessels.
That is an insane amount of vessels.
Yeah, and he has no drones.
The thing about... You go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
I thought you were done talking. I'm sorry. This is what Zerg needs to do. He needs... The only way that Terran can defend against defilers is to stay aggressive. Once he has to go on the defensive and those clouds start popping up around your base, the game completely changes.
I totally agree.
He's got infinite freaking irradiates. It's sad. All right.
Round 1 goes to Dandy. So this is a rare soul any show match that Fuji approved and organized.
Well, because I definitely wanted to see the results of this match. Normally I can just tell you who's gonna win, but with these two players, I was unsure of who would be the winner, so I wanted to see for myself.
Well, if you ever want to find out for yourself about another show match,
No, I
involving
know.
your players,
I know everybody else on the ladder, on the rung at Soul lies. But Sziky is climbing the internal rankings. So
he's a nice guy.
yeah,
I have to bug him quite a bit for show matches. He's always super polite.
I think after this week he'll be more ready for show matches. He demolished Babo earlier today.
Really? Sziky
Babo?
did?
Yeah, they were
Sponsored that.
good intra team practice.
Oh.
We will sponsor some of these intra-team practice games.
No, they're practice, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was basically Sziky wanted somebody to play with so you can get used to his mouse without having to like ladder or have to worry about any like.
I like mirror matches too.
nothing.
And I'm nervous when
Yeah, mirror match is the best way to get used to your mouse because it's micro intensive, right? So
that's a good point. I noticed some of the other platforms they try not to do mirror matches.
well, like Zerg versus Zerg, it's
I love it. TVT love it.
That's a
I think
five,
PvP is the coolest mirror match out of all of them.
he's my favorite matchup as a Protoss.
Which matchup?
PvP.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I love it.
Actually, PvT is my weakest.
I think that's what determines what the best race is. Which one is the best mirror matchup? And I don't think it's ZVZ, and it's not TVT.
Oh god, TVT.
I'd rather watch a TVT than a PvP.
Get the
Would
fuck
you
outta
rather
here.
watch
You gonna
an
watch
hour and
the
a
whole day a game?
PvP used to actually be a lot of fun to watch, but it's
They're
so
action
drop
packed, right?
intensive now. Like there's so many drops in a PvP now.
What Terran? What do you have? You have vultures, you have tanks and turrets.
And Wraiths, BCs,
Ooh,
Goliaths.
so exciting! Get the fuck out of here, man. Protoss like gets every single unit out. It's like an orgasm when it's PvP.
Terran does too, except for bio. I mean, you don't use Marine and Medic.
What
Yeah.
happened to you, baby? You used to be a Zerg player.
I'm a Zerg player 2 versus 2.
We're outnumbered, Fuji. Fuji. No, Lei and Yusak and Queen are all Terran players. Me and Fuji like Protoss.
Yeah, they're all scrubs, anyways. Especially Queen.
What?
What's the time you talk?
Now,
Some
was
of us
she this
are old enough
quiet?
to remember that song.
Was she this quiet before I came in here? I was like, man, should I leave? Or I don't
It's an
know.
honor to hear Queen. I've never actually heard her, and we've been asking her to cast and observe, but today she was kind of put on the spot. We didn't have anybody, so. You were really nice about it. I appreciate it. Queen's like super nice.
Who else would have streamed? Like,
I heard you do carbot drawings or something.
I'm sorry, Queen. He just kind of asks, like, okay, who is this person? Where are you meeting? Like, I don't know. I just got involved in some discords, and there's all kinds of cool people to do cool stuff. So.
Well, I've heard Queen dropped, the name dropped every now and then, from time to time, but, I didn't know anything about I was like, who's Queen? Why do you guys keep talking about Queen? I don't know who Queen is.
unfortunate. Sziky has a drone at his natural that's been sitting there for like the last like half a minute. It wasn't mining. Now it's mining.
Let's name him Harry. The
Harry.
drone that was idle. The drone that refused to follow orders. Gonna collect unemployment insurance then.
Yeah, so earlier on,
5.
Best of 5.
game 2.
We wouldn't make it that easy on you.
Gotta give map stats.
I think this will be a tough one for Suzuki. He lost a drone trying to snipe that SCV building the command center. His
Fight Spirit was a 58% win ratio for Terran versus Zerg. For Terran.
Well, that kind of conforms to the Lays point.
And then Sylphid, it is 50% for 50.4% for Terran. So it's out of 351 matches, Terran's won 177 and Zerg 174. I'd say this is a very balanced map.
Gan was telling me that the Korean scene had moved away from Fighting Spirit as a default map and towards this one. So I kind of added this as one of our default maps.
Yeah, it's
Players
not.
can choose whatever they want to play on. As Terran, right?
Yeah, some of these maps, I have a hard time with my SimCity.
Your third has a gas, though, which is nice, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have full minerals.
And so it's
Yeah,
more
I think
efficient
Fuji
for
pointed
Zerg.
that out.
I take the more exposed. This is an interesting choice from Sziky, where he's putting his hatchery.
See, I'm kind of surprised that that's what you said the game statistics were for TVZ because, in my opinion, this is more of a Zerg favored map. The layout, the height, where Zerg's expanding right now, that ramp is so small.
Yeah, it's very small, so like Terran can't really run up that ramp.
Terran
for you.
can't do shit to that. You
Yeah.
know, so like things like that, those little details over a mass games like that, it's you just think it'd be more balanced for Zerg, or well, more sided for Zerg than for Terran.
Sziky taking advantage of that positioning of that.
I do like how Overlords can sit where the mutas are flying around without getting harassed.
Gonna kill. That's bloody. Dead.
In response to Yusuk's comment about, that ramp, that's, I think, it's good, but, if you wanted to take what would consider be like a starting base, they don't have a ramp there. So normally Zerg would take their fourth base as a natural to the other starting position. But that's
Right.
harder on this map, so...
That's very true. That's a good point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
So this is small reward for the loss.
Your natural third, that is not a high ground. So there's no high ground advantage
Right.
up those like ramps
Yeah.
thingy.
I just want to make sure it's acknowledged in each show match because they get broken up into different videos and stuff.
Oh, and did Dandy scout that third? Oh, look at that. There's no sunkens or anything there.
It's mutas. That was nice.
Sorry, I'm watching the NBA game.
Well, you said ooh at the same time that he killed a medic with his mutas.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. No, I'm actually just happened to click back over the game whenever I saw this move.
Here we go.
There's your little ramp.
I'm guessing it's rare that Terran ever really breaks through because I notice Dandy has to keep sending these little armies until they're successful.
Look, in this game, Dandy's making tanks. He made a lot more turrets this game too than the last game. But I think this is a really good map for mutas.
Oh, those rains. Picked off.
To remake this game, I think they'll probably have to include male medics. No way around the woke culture, man.
That's sexist.
The woke culture.
Well, there are a bunch of male medics and stuff.
Well, I mean, meet the parents kind of made that
I
happen.
think Protoss has like a
Had the
gender.
Matrix from the storyline.
This is a 3-tank push. Very traditional build by Terran, but usually it's done with like 3 racks.
Did he get irradiate? I'm sure he did.
Well, we're gonna lose that science facility.
Yep, he is.
He has a good number of lurkers and a good number of mutas, man.
Yeah, this is a really nice move. Sziky splitting up and just like
Oh my god.
pulling back.
really when his main army, he was losing a lot.
Well, that was a massacre.
Now he lost enough bio that Sziky can move in with the mutas and start sniping on tanks.
That's a major mistake there, right? He lost quite a few Marines.
Wow.
Well, this could be
He's going in for the kill.
Yeah, he lost a lot of Marines, so this is a good timing.
well, he was able to kind of box out those siege tanks. That was really good.
I guess
I mean,
sometimes
they're trading back and forth, kind of like the first game. I mean, it was very scrappy. You know, I think their skills are very, very similar. That's why I wanted to see this matchup.
Yeah, here's the consequence of not securing a safe 4th base for Zerg. You kind of have to play a little scrappy.
Right.
scrappy's a funny word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these two games have been really good. Seems like a
I enjoyed our last Showmatch series too between the Wolf and Terror was also very back and forth.
I'm surprised you said that. Well, we're here to please. At Queen's expense. She's a wonderful observer. And if she continues observing for us, we might have viewers like we have now. I love you, Jerry.
Oh, he ate a lurker.
No,
It's a big meal.
Nate, don't sit there and tell me you haven't died
Nice.
this whole time. Nathaniel Xavier. Nate, you could have stopped bidding.
You suck parenting.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Is that your little girl?
It's very cute.
No, I'm talking to my son. He's playing Call of Duty. And I was like, didn't your mom ask you to do something? And he's like, after I died. I'm like, Nate, don't tell me you ain't died yet, son. Come on now.
Let's see
He
you
said, I'm
play what?
good at this game. I said, I told you to stop fibbing. I ride my son. He's fun. He's a fun kid.
But your girl is funner, right? Yeah. So Dandy looks like he's gonna push through.
Yeah, but he's gonna get flanked because of the Nidus Canal.
Ah,
That's
it's
exactly
nice.
But the small ramp also works against Suzuki in this case. But I guess he was able to get that Debile force down enough.
You know, I mean, honestly, that ramp, I kind of said small ramp earlier. It's the same size, but the fact that the angle that it's at, I think it just makes it.
But the stats, they don't support your theory, man.
The stats.
The map stats.
Oh,
That's the trick there. We all have theories, but is it borne out by the data? Yeah, but the data all depends on the players, right?
So the data I'm getting is based off.
oh, we're throwing all kinds of theories out there right now.
My criticism of some scientific tests involving animals is sometimes the animals aren't that smart. There are some animals that are actually much smarter than others, and that could really influence the results. But it's impossible to tell what animal is really smart and isn't.
Or if an animal's too smart and is just stubborn and doesn't want to do what it's asked to do. Wow, he's like cleaning this all up with just Zerglings. Wow.
They got both pretty good upgrades. Dandy 1-2. Suzuki is 2-1. I guess you want to get more armor as Zerg, huh?
Suzuki was hoping there'd be an expansion there or something. He sent his lings to that fourth location.
Is this kind of a late expansion for Terran?
No, I don't think so.
It's normal.
Well, with the style that Dandy plays, it's normal. Maybe.
Yeah, this is a normal expansion time. Terran doesn't need his third that early, especially when the Zerg is on 3 bases.
Well, Suzuki has his fourth and is also taking a fifth hatchery as well.
Right. So if those are up and running, it will be hard because you'll get just a lot of planes. Help.
Ouch.
We got an ultraless cavern. Got a couple ultraless out. Oh, look at all those science vessels. And Dandy sure knows how to keep his vessel count up there. Here come the cows. They don't have speed though. They've got their chitinous plating now. Plague. Yeah, I always forget about Plague. Too bad I wasn't Plague on the science vessels.
Is that how you say it in Spanish? You add an O at the end?
Plague you?
Yeah, I think Pato taught me that. I like it.
So his real name is Patrick, but he just added an O.
Pato means duck, apparently. I think in Portuguese.
In Spanish.
So he's called the Duck Man.
In Spanish, it's duck.
Oh, okay. Stupid sexy Pato. Not a dull moment in this show match.
Nothing. It's been pretty good so far.
And I think it's coming to an end.
Yeah. Oh, another plague. The endless swarm. If you guys know that under the swarm, the fire bats only do splash damage, they don't do the max damage.
It's not bothering making Scorch for the vessels. Just gonna invest the gas, I guess.
Look at that rally of units just coming across the map.
I was making Scorch.
I think this is what Yusuk has been talking about. Once the cloud is over the bunkers and the sea command center, it's hard.
Right, I don't think the vessels were really targeting the filers back at his house, right? Space. So it just gives the defilers free movement.
Vessels are useful when your marines are out in the center, and
1-1.
when you use them defensively, I think if you use them reflexively, it's less useful.
Scores tied up 1-1.
Mm.
Sexy map.
Eclipse.
Scrappy map.
Let's see. Eclipse.
I think what Dandy could have done last game, I know it's hard to actually play the game than to talk about the game, but it's just to deny the fourth base and use his marines a little
I missed the
defensively
game.
in the center.
Oh well.
Oh, were you trying to join? My bad.
No. You're good. I'll get next. Just let me know.
So this is another very kind of balanced map. 31 games, 15 to Terran, 16 to Zerg. So slightly Zerg favored.
Queen, who do you think is going to win? Why?
Because Terran. Duh. Good logic, Queen.
Because Terran is the most OP race. Yeah, it's more OP, right?
You're rooting for him, though, but, like, you think he's going to win? Even after last
Terran is better than Zerg, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Here's an 8 racks opening. Let's see if his overlord can escape.
Oh.
I do like the 9 pool, so that'll be good.
And what's the rationale of the 8 rack and the 9 pool?
Well, the A rack, I think Tandy's gonna try and get a little aggressive. And if Sziky had gone hatch first, I think it would have been. It's definitely holdable, but it comes down to some really good micro.
Do you want to attack the expansion, you mean? Maybe build a bunk?
Yep.
And Suzuki, you think kind of red? Or
It's a 2-player map, so there's always a risk of that, right?
Love you.
if Suzuki does this, but Dandy hadn't proxy barracks, would that put Suzuki behind significantly, or no? This is a safe build for Zerg.
It depends on Suzuki's follow up. If he gets like speed and does some sort of like pressure the blings, then maybe
He's
he wouldn't be.
things. And Dandy's still gonna go ahead with Marines after seeing that many Zerglings? Or maybe he just wants to get the Overlord.
I think he wants to get the Overlord, but he needs to be very careful.
Will he
Yeah.
get the Overlord?
He aborted the mission of killing.
See, I love how
Operation.
you read that situation. My Marines would be trying to target that thing and die.
They would have lost them, and you'd only have one at home. Look at this Sim City too. It's so good.
I think it is not Ling tight on the right side, but I think he can hold that Marine there.
Right. It's just gonna be one link following it at a time, right? So
That.
See, on Fighting Spirit, that's Marine Tide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marine
At
Link,
7
yeah.
o'clock. 7 o'clock.
See,
Yeah.
something I see Terrans do, if they get that position, they just go 8 racks every game. They just go 8 racks, and then they'll just use that block so they can expand without having to worry about a bunker or anything like that.
I love how he picked off that SCV. I don't think he lost the lane. And it just slowed down Terran's production a little bit. He was almost supply blocked.
I do like how Dandy kept an SCV outside of his base, and now he's in for the full scout.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Quit washing your baby.
Yeah, as a Terran, once you've kind of been locked in your base with speedlings outside, like you have no vision until you get scanned.
Right.
And sometimes if you don't use the scans at the right places, and you might not figure out critical information like is he all linging or is he going
Because Sziky could put his tech at his original hatchery, at his third, or at his natural. So it's like
right.
I love that SCV. Psyched up the Lings a few times. If that was basketball, the Lings would have broken legs.
it jumped around.
It's nice
But
scores.
unfortunately, his SCV didn't live long enough to see what tech. So
Does Sziky not always go mutas?
which is really interesting. When Sziky first got back, he was going more lurker than muta. So it looks like he's kind of learning the meta of going muta.
You guys want to bet where Dandy's first scan's gonna be? Where he's gonna scan the first?
I want to say it's going to scan the original hatchery.
All right. Any other takers? There are like 3 options, so.
And I've
one
taken
person-
vision off of Suzuki to see.
I like scanning the
nobody else
natural.
rolls. So you're going for the natural?
Yeah, I like the natural because you get to see the drone count at natural, and then you kind of see if the person's all in or not. Oh, he scanned right in the middle.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I guess I'll take that as I was wrong as well. Wait, meters are out.
So yeah, you see he has no turrets in his main. So Dandy's intention is to kind of pressure Zerg, so you can't.
Right. So the Zerg can't pressure him.
Yeah, exactly. And to kind of force sunkens.
I was watching a stream last night or the night before, and the Terran had moved out. They were high ranking players, but Terran had moved out, and the Mutas were just absolutely destroying Terran's base. But he just kept pushing and broke the front, forced the Mutas back. But I mean, if Zerg had stayed, he would have killed Terran. But if he didn't go home, 100% death. So whenever Terran moves out, Zerg has to do one or the other. It's the wrong choice is game over.
Right.
Because typically your good Zerg players will never get more than 2 Sunkens. Usually your Korean players that their timings are just so perfect, unless it's like one of those. Is it like a 7 Marine, 1 Fire Bat, 1 Medic, or 6 Marine, 1 Fire Bat, 1 Medic rush, something like that? Unless it's one of those, you typically won't see Sunkens placed. You'll just see Zergling with Muta. But I don't know how they do that timing. It's so risky for me.
So this is actually a pretty old style TVZ matchup. Like 5 racks, 3 hatchery. Although he started off with the 9 pool.
He's got no Sunkens at his third, though.
Yeah, where is Hydras?
They're at his third also. But that, I think that third is vulnerable. I don't think we'll see.
Does he not have any
Oh,
lurkers?
the death ramp for these Marines.
Does he a Guardian rush?
Well, Dandy's reinforcing this attack. But that ramp is definitely getting the better of him.
That boss Hydralisk turn into a lurker.
No lurkers at his natural though. We got vessel production back home with the radiate being researched.
Oh, this might be critical.
I don't think it's enough, Zerg.
Right, but it's gonna force Terran to come back and
It exposes those lurkers, which he kind of needs.
Barely has any turrets at home.
Right.
Surprised he hasn't been harassing his home base more.
Well, he's been busy defending his.
Run, lurkers, run.
yeah. So the advantage for Terran with this 5 racks build is that you have so many reins. Like you could lose like your first round of reins.
Is he gonna lose his science facility again?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oof. That's 2 games in a row, ain't it? No, he did. He lost it game 1, I think.
But look, there's no defense at the third, and the lurkers weren't
He's gonna get
burrowed.
Oh,
Oh,
I think that third is done.
the night is building.
Sziky's got some lurkers up at Dandy's natural.
Nope, he can't save it.
yeah. This is a yeah. They like to play scrappy. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know where to focus my attention.
Right.
feel like that was a bad move.
Yep. And Zyky's actually low econ. Look at his drone count. And that's GG.
Might have not even mattered. Yusak, we just finished game 3, 2-1.
So this is match point for Dandy.
Queen's favorite,
Yeah.
I guess.
Wait, don't start.
Yeah, we're waiting for you, buddy.
I'll leave.
Yay, I made it.
Yeah, I was hoping you can invite Juliet. Is that her name?
Juliet,
Well,
Juliet, you want to come say hi? Yeah.
let's
And she's like, she goes,
Terran
yeah.
favored.
There's nothing cuter than a little child's voice. If I can say that without sounding creepy. The Queen
Yeah.
come?
No, you can't.
Yeah. Queen.
As you get older, you get baby fever.
Say hi.
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 Say it a little louder.
In the game.
Hi.
Say brood war. Say why you suck so bad. She goes, why you suck bad. She's just curled up in a
Oh
little
my
candle
God.
right now.
See, Queen, we're family friendly here.
We're also alcoholics and drug addicts, apparently. So.
Lonely and unemployed.
Hey, don't pull us all in. I have interviews soon.
I will.
Don't get me caught, man.
Just, I'll sell you a bag of piss for $50, man. It's mostly clean.
Oh my God,
Somebody just leave the chat. Fuji's like, I'm out. Peace.
They might have got disconnected.
Yeah, but that timing was too good, though, bro. Come on.
It's not every day you hear bag of piss. For sure.
Hey, you suck. Have your kids started playing Brood War?
No. My son is obsessed with like Roblox, Call of Duty, Bendy, Hello Neighbor, stuff like that. He's not into the good games yet. Call of Duty was okay. He's played a little Gears of War. But honestly, I mean, stuff like, unless you're Korean, stuff like Brood War, man, that's too technical for an 8-year-old.
You said that you wouldn't want him to play. And you wouldn't 2v2 with him either.
No, he sucks. He's never played before. I wouldn't ally him.
It's your son, for Christ's sake.
So, garbage is garbage, man. Doesn't matter if it's yours or someone else's.
If you allied me before, you can ally your son.
All that SCV is blocking up here, kind of making the Zerg think, okay, that's where he's at. But he's not fooled. He's going anyways.
Let's see if those rings can do any damage. But it's diagonal. It's kind of far away.
Yeah, but there's no pool, man. Like, if he just starts that bunker right away. Yeah. That's too far away, though.
I think he's gonna do a couple.
Double bunker? Okay. Look at all those drones, man. He's not controlling his Marines. What are you doing? Oh, come on, man.
Oh, he's
What
got...
are you doing? What?
Trapped.
It's like, here's the game for you. Oh, nah, that's cool, man. I'm good.
Best foreign Terran player apparently. So
Oh, I was actually watching. I watch a couple streams every now and then before I head to bed at night. But I think I might actually play a couple 1v1s. I think I might actually try ranked a little bit. I don't think I've ever actually challenged myself to do that.
and is it because of these show matches that you're inspired?
A little bit. I mean, if Landowner can play in these things, surely to God I can. No, I'm just joking. uh,
And the bear has made an appearance.
and then what's going on, Hung Trayan? Of course, the one night I throw an insult at Land. I don't think he's watching tonight, is he?
If he was, you'd probably hear from him.
Yeah, usually he's in here, man. He's not in here today, though. Oh well. He's actually played fairly well in the last show match. Like you could tell a significant difference in his skill. Oh, these lanes, man! They got so many Marines.
Oh,
That was not worth it. That was a bad trade for Dandy.
yeah. And he's on 1 racks fast upgrade. So
He has no Marines in this bunker. Oh,
I mean, thank God, like Suzuki didn't push more links.
yeah. Well, I
Moved
mean,
him over.
he only had the one ling left, but even so, it's like he's lucky that he didn't pump any more lings out. He's using the bear to scout.
Oh my god.
And you know what? There you go. There's a second
Now
player
it's
that
not
kills. I don't blame him though.
Because Dandy's like that.
Yeah, Dandy would normally kill. Dandy wasn't killing it because it would kind of block the Zergling pathing a little bit. So he's like, this is going to interfere with my game. I
No,
can't.
I guess yeah, that's true. Dandy just I think
Dandy
kills
just
on
walks across the map and just kills it for the hell of it.
sport. Yeah, he's
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a beer real quick. Hold up.
Discord, are you drinking? Mr. Discord. Queen, do you drink? What do you drink? Red or white? Mm-hmm. Because of the alcohol content. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, white's got to be cool too. And if it's cold outside, I don't know. Who wants to drink something cold? The only bad part is it's like dehydrating, right? Oh yeah, so you're drinking a lot.
Who's drinking a lot?
Queen, she drinks red wine. Probably gets those gallon bottles. Wine's really cheap now. It's like the quality's really good, especially in the States.
This is a super dangerous time for Terran.
Yeah.
He has
No
no
bunker.
turrets.
No turrets on the on the barracks. No range yet.
Do you go mech versus Zerg?
Mech is fun, but it's so hard. Like, you literally just have to sit back and macro, and if you don't vulture harass a little bit, if you're against a decent Zerg, they
The
just
nice thing, you
overwhelm.
can group all your units together, whereas Marines and medics, you can't group them together in stim. And Marines produce really fast, so you gotta keep making more units. Yeah, right. That's true. That's why I used to. I mean, I suck, but just mech every time. The units take a long time to make too. They're kind of like Protoss in that sense. They don't produce that fast, and you have to keep reproducing units. But I think it's viable. I've seen Flash go mech.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's viable. It's hard. Now, a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people, if they do go mech, they'll start bio, and then when they take like right here where Terran's at the bottom, he'll take the left side of the map, the 2 expansions over there, and start his factory productions over there, and start pumping tanks and vultures, because usually Zergs will switch into more of a Ling lurker, you know, Filer, Ultra kind of combo. So I mean, that's mech.
Queen's games don't last that long, bro. She finishes in 15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
I like 2 or 3 facting too, and just getting it over with. It's cool. I think I wish more people one based, and it can catch a lot of people off guard. They're not ready for that, even when they know it's coming.
I don't know why I'm lagging so much.
It's a replay. Don't worry about it. And everybody gets to see your name, man.
That's right.
It's my secret way of advertising.
Yeah. You guys told everybody about the 2 vs 2 tournament?
Yeah,
Word.
it's
We haven't
it's
talked
for
about it. No,
tomorrow.
we got a 2v2 tourney tomorrow.
Yeah, we have 4 teams.
Oh,
You
the bracket's already made and all that?
How many lurkers does he have? He just puts the overlords above him, right, to block them from targeting him.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Well, he doesn't camp with his lurkers, does he? Ooh.
These are like sort of 50-50 trades, I think.
I didn't see him breaking that, man. And I'm kind of worried for him every time he unburrows his lurkers, but he knows what he's doing.
All right, the dropships are out. So the key to dropships is that you just can't send dropships alone. Like, you have to spread the focus. Because, okay, here are the Scourges out at Ziky's third. He knows that, something must have come out of Dandy's starport. If it's not Vessel, you have to think about dropships.
Is he gonna run right into these mutas?
His
Oh my
his
gosh.
overlords have vision everywhere.
Oh,
And I
he
love
just
Danny's just
recently.
taking a spot where his overlords aren't.
no, he's coming back. Ah!
Oh, they're gonna meet each other. Oh,
Yeah,
that's just. Oh,
this is so unlucky for him. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Got a lot of damage done to the mutas, but
See, in the first game, Dandy pretended to go all in on Suzuki's natural, and then actually sent drew two dropships into his main, and that ended the game.
yeah.
Now in this game, Suzuki's so focused because Terran's M&Ms are not pushing, right? So he's just now he can just focus on not getting dropped.
Ooh.
This is another scrappy game. If you're a 3-base Zerg, I think it's bound to kind of turn scrappy. You just can't sit tight with just 3 bases. Oh, look at those painted Marines. Just brush up against them and they just melt.
Man, vessels are going down this game. This is, I know Zicky's getting a lot of pressure put on him, and Danny's being very aggressive. But man, Zicky's actually in a much better position, I think, because he's keeping that science vessel count low.
Right.
I mean, we saw that one game. What do you have, like 9 vessels or something like that
Mm-hmm.
at this point in the game? He's got 2, 3, 4's come up now. Ah,
So I've heard this advice from pros, pro Terran players, like starting in like mid to late game when you're going, you know, bio all the way with vessels, use M&M like Zerglings. You know, you don't have to always like clump them all together. Like have groups 1 through 5.
Right.
yeah, I've heard that. Well, I've seen it. No, I've seen Terran players do that. I just can't do that. Like I try to be like, okay, I see how these guys control their Marines and medics. They send like 1 group or 2 groups at a time here, and then in that time you got a whole nother squadron of Marines that's pumped out of your barracks because they're just popping out everywhere.
Right.
But I can't seem to send them out on the map like I can with hell, even Protoss. I can send Protoss units out on the map easier than I can send Bio. I did see. I was never typically good with bio unless I was like playing 2 versus 2 against 2 Zergs. I do all right, but I actually had a pretty decent bio game, and I haven't went bio since because I'm like, I don't want to ruin it. It's like, oh, I did good with bio 1 game. I'm not gonna fucking ever play bio again. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh man.
Don't you hush her.
She found a baby. Mom.
Look at that there. Chilling. Shiny white coat.
What? Sir Smile. You've not. Tell me. Yeah.
Lay TQ.
What's up?
You're lagging again, bro. Thought I'd just let you know that.
Come on, man. Let me
We're
off the
friends,
hook.
right? Yeah, so. Ultralists are so strong.
Battle cruiser operational.
You know, years ago, I was one of those people that did experiments with different units. You know, see what this did that. So, you know, I know a lot of different.
CVs.
One of the things that I did was I sent fully upgraded Ultralisk, armor, speed, everything against a fully upgraded Archon. Which one do you think won?
Archon.
That is correct, sir.
It was just a random guess. I'm gonna go with Protoss. I'm like Queen.
Yeah,
I'm biased.
I figured. You know, after I said yeah, that's correct, I'm like, I bet that motherfucker just said that because he's a Protoss user.
Yeah, I don't actually know like.
So if he was a true Protoss user spreading propaganda, then he would have said Ultralisk.
The hate was vented towards us, my friend. And it's not so much like towards the race, it's towards the players who play it. Artosis is partly to blame.
Yeah,
I
he
saw
hates
his,
Protoss so much, dude.
yeah.
But if you take Protoss out, there is no gain.
Like
I don't know the story.
He played against the Protoss one day, and he was so fed up with the game how it went. The very next game he played a Protoss, he just instantly left the game. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm not doing it."
Banana beat him.
Did he?
Yeah, we posted the video. He won every single engagement. And then Artosis left and said, that guy's terrible. And I don't think he talked about it much. It was on this map, actually. PVT. And Artosis, you know, he had 2-3 expansions. He did his factory build. Right? No real cheese. Got to max out in supply. Well, I'll tell you, these two must be exhausted playing each other because they're super aggressive. They've had so many back and forths. I'm like exhausted. Wonder if you want to use Swarm or Plague here.
Generally, if you're debating between the two, Swarm is usually the safer bet.
It's just gonna back away.
Yeah. So I think after Sziky secured his expos kind of at 9 o'clock and 1, I think the map's so big. If Terran tries to go one way or the other, there's always a gap. So I think using Zerg's mobility through
Right.
the next annals and
BCs are too good, man.
where's the VC? Oh,
It was
came at
it was
12, right?
it was a 12. Yeah, it's dead now. But he wasted like, let's see, he probably wasted 10 scourge trying to kill it. Ooh, and nice little attack. At the 6 o'clock made Danny lift his base. And I think he's gonna go in for the main right here. He's got a cloud ready to go down. Maybe we're gonna see a plague. Maybe a plague. Oh, another cloud. No. See, there I would have used plague because if he decides to irradiate my Ultralisk, all of his Marines die. Looks like he's taking down the 12 o'clock now. Oof. Hurts. Terran's getting wrecked. Oh no. Kind of a base trade.
Yeah, but Zerg can't really defend top right bases.
He's got that Nidus there.
His units went back in
What?
because
What
he
you
thought
doing?
he,
You better drop that cloud, son. It's a little late, I think.
yeah.
Better hurry up and have that Ultralisk just poison cloud his own units.
I mean, 3/3 upgrades.
Oh, it's tough,
Pretty
dude.
tough to counter.
You're doing 3 damage a hit against these Marines because you only have 1 upgrade.
And that fire bat doing 22 damage.
Zerg's expanding again at the 9 o'clock. Terran's trying to get his bases back, but he can't. He's broke. I mean, he has no mining going on whatsoever. He's got this long SCV trail, but
He's got a third base. 3 o'clock.
oh, I see. I didn't see the right side. That's hidden. I don't think Zerg knows it's there, does he?
No,
There's no way. It wouldn't still be there if he did. Ah, these lanes are just bouncing off these Marines.
It's really hard for Zerg right now. I think it's almost GG.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Dandy's gonna take that show match.